I'm Captain Vile. Welcome back to Goofy Practices Sorcery. It's called that because every episode, whenever my character talks, I talk in Goofy's voice. I did that as a joke in episode 1, and now I have to clarify why it's called Goofy Practices Sorcery every single episode. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure someone's gonna get mad at me. Like, why is it called Goofy Practices Sorcery? What are you talking about? That's stupid. Anyway, where the hell are we? What's all here? Good to hear. I'm glad that poor girl says that the dude talked about the guy in the next town over. Oh, Kai, we're actually pretty close. His daughter been kidnapped. Leave town. Find an inn. I don't know what time it is, so sure. You find the village inn buried under a rocky overhang. The proprietor stands inside the doorway in a formidable young girl armed in a baker's paddle. What do you want? She speaks at you. A bed? 5 gold pieces. That's pretty steep. Fine. You pay the girl 5 gold pieces. She directs you into a winding set of stairs into a room of the rafters of the house. From here you have a perfect view over the madness of the streets outside, children are running with riot, blazing torches, waving them in the faces of adults as they pass. A few men have their legs and arms tied around fence posts. If this wasn't a festival, it would be a revolution. Go to sleep. I just lost. Never mind their problem. Pushing a chest in the way of the door to stop anyone coming in. You stretch yourself out on the straw, noticing. God. Sorry, everyone. I suck at reading audiobooks, alright? I could not do an audiobook. I would have to repeat a line 3 times, and then the guy in the audio booth would come in and strangle me. You stretch yourself out on the straw matting. Jann curls under your ear. That's awful. I want to kill him. Perhaps if you rise early, you can slip out without his noticing. The noise from the streets began to subside. Darkness spreads across the village. Your stomach rumbles painfully as you try to sleep. Okay, I lost 1 stamina, but gained more max. Your dreams are filled with waking as peaks and valleys and endless paths. A curious light plays across them. Walk into the heights before running miles away. The rest of the night passes silently. Shouldn't I go to a... No! I need to go to the waterfall. This is like... Okay, we've been through this already. Oh, sorry. Yes, give him the axe. We went through this last episode. A lot of merchants. How'd you lose it? Never find who. Only for tonight. Thank you. Alright. Go right ahead. I'll remember it. Of course I'll help. Continue. The waterfall! I didn't see the waterfall. It should find an inn. Okay, whatever. Hang on. If you don't know what this means, I'm gonna stop and take a drink. Because this episode is all talking, so when I tap, that means I'm gonna stop and take a drink or eat something. It'll be like 5 seconds, don't worry. And, You head up a path that climbs through a crack in the mountainside. Shut up. I'm reading an audiobook here, alright? Cut me some slack. Leaving a guy in the audiobook between takes isn't like a cup of tea with honey in it. Whatever. I don't have to explain myself to you, future video people, viewers. Get on with the stupid book, Sawyer. Good lord. You head up a path that climbs through a crack in the mountainside. Soon the air is filled by a thundering. It's quite a climb. Eventually you turn a corner through the narrow cleft in the rock and catch your first glimpse of the tall natural waterfall plunging down the cliffs overhead. Large crystal stalactites hang down either side of the water. There's only one path to reach it. Winding up the rock face, it passes by a small hut where a ruffian is collecting money. Greet the ruffian. Make your way over to the hut. Greetings, you begin. You collect a fee for the waters? I do, sneezes the ruffian. These waters can... Oh, see the ruffian. These waters cannot be so healing that he has caught an awful flu in them. 3 gold pieces. Show him the note. You hand the scrawled piece of note over to the ruffian. He probably can't read, but he seems to recognize the penmanship. He nods furiously, twice, then stands aside to let you pass. The ruffian hands you a towel. Waterfall. You head inside the waterfall, which cascades forcibly into a deep pool. You strip off your clothes and dive into the pool, while Jann flitters through the froth. The water is cool and fresh, invigorating, and you feel yourself getting rapidly better. Oh, hey. You feel a huge swell of confidence coming here, the best decision you've ever made. You can move on, refreshed, ready for the night. Sleep by the waterfall, yeah. Don't have to pay. The idea of going back to the village now is unappealing. You are refreshed and calm, and the scenery here is beautiful. Getting out of the pool, you dry off, collect your things, and head into the town to find a rest. Between the curling roots, you find a small place to settle and rest. The pesky Mennonite Jann perches a little way above the knot and is quickly asleep. You're tired, follow suit, but you're hungry from not eating. Drink my Bimblary potion. You pull the stopper out of the potion bottle, knock it back. The contents. You pull the stopper out of the potion bottle and knock the contents back quickly. The night's darkness draws around you in the distance. You hear screams and whoops of the village that slowly fade. You feel lonely, distance from such revelry. You rest your head on your backpack and close your eyes. 18. We had that, but now we have it now, after the better choice. Your dreams are filled with walking, with peaks and valleys and endless paths. A curious light plays across them, building into walls of heights before running them moves away. The rest of the night passes silently. Maybe we can move without Jann noticing. Huh? We got rid of Jann? Oh, god damn it. He's still here. You rise early from your spot beneath the trees. You gather your things. Jann leaps up onto your shoulder. Ready to go? He chirps. You pass through the village, which is now quite the grave, and rejoin the path on the far side of Britanti. The sun sits on the horizon like a gleaming jewel. If all goes well, you will reach Torampi today, the last village in Sheminati Hills. After a short climb, the path breaks. Heading uphill to the left, down to the right. Choose a path. We're gonna go right. I think my cat wants to come inside. So, actually... I still drank a sip of my tea, so that counts as taking a break to drink. I'm allowed to. It's my channel. Shut up, guys. Alright, you decide. Then be on your guard, Jann warns you. You climb a rise. The way is not too steep. As noon approaches, you have crested the ridge and are descending yet again. You are now at the highest point of the hills, where the trees are thin, the view west goes on forever. Sometimes you catch a glimpse of Kare on the northern horizon. With nothing to eat, you keep walking in the early afternoon. Jann is in a talkative mood, and fills the air with his chatter about what he can see, how things smell, what he plans to do once he makes his fortune in Kare. It's enough to make you wonder if you could sell him as a companion to a blind old lady somewhere, or I could just wring his neck, right now. You pass the open hillside into a patch of deep forest. Quite suddenly, Jann falls quiet and hisses in your ear. Stop! Stop now! Why? Because, insists the creature in a tiny voice, something is following us. You come to a dead stop. Jann is right. Something is moving below through the trees behind you. A moment later, a point of steel has emerged from the darkness between the two trees and touches your neck. You've seen me. Whistler's voice. I know it. Answer? I see nothing, you call back. It's quite safe. It's not I who is not safe, returns the voice. Fair to fight. It's an assassin. Okay. You have a moment to draw your sword before the tall figure of an assassin emerges from the trees. He is dressed head to toe in black, and you cannot see him a moment before, even though he stands a mere arm's length away. He whips his scimitar in expert hands. I can't cast a spell because Jann's here, which is why I want to get rid of Jann. Also, he's really annoying. Murder him! Oh, crap. Losing his eyes. Yep, this is going to be one of those fights, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to have to do this multiple times. There's no quick reset button, unfortunately. How does he keep getting stronger? I mean, I'm fine dying. Because we can just retry. That's what I wanted to do. Alright, we're gonna die. Oh no, he dies. But try again. Shameful is beyond words. There. Let's go 3.5. Yeah, see? Ah, beans. Oh, beans. Okay. Ugh. That was my cat jumping out of my lap. He is disgusted by my poor combat gameplay. Hang on, wait, who sent this guy after me? Since he's an assassin. Alright. There we go. Oh, barely. Yeah, shameful. So, we want 2.5, maybe let's go 7 actually. Yeah, see, not too much lost. Now full, maybe? Yeah, okay. Defend. We have to lose some. 5. Defend again. Ah, you little cheat. Alright, defend. And full. Okay, well, whatever. Free loft is not great, but, I mean, whatever. Competent combat. Yeah, that's a spell, so whatever. The assassin is not dead. He lies on the floor, gasping. Spare him. Then get up, you tell him, holding your sword back, not putting it away yet. He nods and sheaves his own blade. You're an honorable man. I'm glad to meet you. Now you saved me. You own me in part. My name is Flanker. I'm an assassin, a thief. Why did you attack me? It's a simple matter. I pick on wayfarers for practice in hiding and killing. I assumed you would be no match, especially when I saw your pet. He points briefly at the Minimite, who is currently hiding under the fold in your tunic. But I see I was wrong. He bows his head once, perhaps in respect. Perhaps from the pain of his injuries. You're traveling to Kare, yes? Yes. I go that way as well. I will not travel with you, but once you are there, perhaps I will see if... I will see you. If so, I will not forget the debt I owe you. I'll remember you there. He bows his head again, this time definitely from the pain. Go, he hisses. You cannot aid me. Help him. No, I have caused your wounds. I will help you. He grins with gritted teeth. Are you a doctor? I do not think you are. Bind his wounds. Tearing the... I don't have anything to tear. I'm not tearing my own clothes for the commitment. Ooh, worst actor, worst actor. Shut up. I'm not tearing my clothes. I'm not that committed, alright? You bind tightly his wounds and the bleeding lessens. You are you are too kind a man who is about to kill you, he murmurs. Let that be your lesson. You reply as you gather up your things and head out of the forest, leaving him behind. You have since made a powerful friend. Leave the trees. How much longer do you think we'll be traveling? And the Minimite on your shoulder asks. I'm hungry and tired. We've got such a long way. You can stop here. Minimite complains. If you'd like that, I'm sure you would. I sure would. I'd sure also like to throw you off this cliff right here. I'd love to do that. You continue along the path around the side of a hill. A wooden hut seems set into the slope, with an old woman sitting on the front step. A river seems to emerge from beneath her. As you get up closer, you realize the water flows underneath her house, and the house itself is set on spade strut like an insect. Straddling through the water course, a few paces from the house, and the water plunges over the edge of a sheer cliff and disappears. Greet the woman. Greetings. You call. The woman looks close and smiles. Come over here. Come over here, won't you? I can barely see you. Go to her. You approach the old woman. She smiles a toothless smile and gets up from the step. Come in, please. I get so lonely living out here on my way away from the villages. Go inside. Not much of a sight, lady. What the hell? Look at her table. There's a face. Thank you. You follow her inside and take a seat by the wooden longwood table. I'll bring us some tea. Oh, I have tea of my own. Thank you. She sounds almost nervous. More like Goofy's in her house. I mean, if Goofy was real and walked into my house, I'd be kind of panicking. Hurrying to her kitchen, she returns with 2 large cups. Watch it, Jann whispers in her ear. I don't trust this one. Not that I care what happens to you, of course. Yeah, always helpful, Jann. Make conversation. The tea is hot. You cup it between your hands and you speak. This is a beautiful place. Yeah. You remark, watching the river outside the door plunging away over the cliff face. It's on top of the crystal waterfall. The river runs right under my house. I think it carries all my goodness and you away while I sleep, and the villagers bathe in it for good luck. I'm sure it isn't quite true. Why do you live alone? Loser. It must be more dangerous. Oh, she smiles sweetly. No one bothers about me. Why would they? You can't help but notice she's not answered the question. What's your name? Crazy lady. They call me Casamoon. She smiles. Well, she replies with a smile. I used to be quite well known in my way. You nod, but you've never heard of her. You make to sip your tea when the old woman stops you, catching your arm before the cup reaches your lips. Oh, I've forgotten the pot. She goes back into the kitchen and fetch it. Switch the cups. Poison me, will ya? Yeah. While she gets away from the table, you switch the 2 cups around. When she returns, you lift the one closest to you and drink. A sudden deep pain gripped your stomach, and she poisoned her own drink. She knew this was going to happen. She princess and the brided me. You fool! You fell for one of the oldest blunders. What happened to them? You drank poison. They were both... I don't know the scene, alright? You know what I'm talking about. If you know good movies. What's happening? You wince and cough as you find yourself sneezing. Oh, suspicious stranger, laughs the old woman. I can count on travelers suspecting my witchcraft. Please, release me. Goofy and pain sounds so weird. You try to shout, but you are paralyzed, and quite powerless. The old woman begins to search for your bag. Jann watches, arms folded, doing nothing but clearly not surprised. She moves the goblin, giant, and stolen a drawer. What the hell? Jann is still with you. Nuh-uh, nuh-uh, nuh-uh. Go inside. This crazy lady just stole my stuff. Make conversation. What's your name? Why do you live alone? This is a beautiful place. Drink my tea, although she might have actually just princessed and the brided. Oh, she did predict on me swapping the mugs. You lift your mug and blow the steam. Take a sip, the lady returns. For the sake of... I did that for the sake of, like, immersion, alright? Lady lifts her own mug, takes a deep gulp. Your own tea is gently refreshing. Then she sputters and coughs and grips her side. You sit back and watch and see what happens. She's trying to smile, but the pain is clearly quite severe. Oh, is it? Stumbling, almost falling, she staggers to the kitchen, gulps down another drink. When she returns, she is much better again. I'm not as young as I was, she explained. All the same, she brushes her tea one side. Tell me, are you a traveler? Yes. Yes, that's right. I'm going to Kore. She claps her hands. How wonderful! Such a delightful city. Indeed, you answer. Tell me, on your journey, did you happen to have come across an old man, did you? No. Really? That's a pity. She seems to think for a moment and adds, but do you have anything of a magical nature? Yes. But no spellbook pages? No. No. Too risky to carry around, you understand. No, too risky to carry, you understand. I suppose so, she replies through gritted teeth. You get to your feet. Thanks for the tea. She waves you away without interest. Go on, go away. You step back into the path. Jann lets out a long sigh of relief. You know she was one of the most powerful sorcerers in the hills, he whispers. I can smell it on her. You're lucky you got away alive. You shrug. A harmless old lady. Or so she seemed. Oh, wait, hang on. This is a bit longer of a video, but we gotta... If we can, like, steal from her as she's on the ground dying. Make conversation. What's your name? Why do you live alone? Beautiful place. Drink my tea, because she thinks I've swapped it. Maybe if I help her? Oh no, she... Outcast? Really? A murderer, perhaps? Indeed. Tell my journey. Did you happen to an old man? Yes! No. That's a pity. Yes. Pass about the pages. Very old. Part of a spell passed for election I had once. When I lost it, it's very useful around here. She waves. You were interest. Go on, go away. You so she seemed. So I have that. I think that's like my chance to get rid of Jann. Okay. All right. I know what happened. All right, guys. I'm gonna end the video now, but next episode, we're gonna start at this old house. I know what I have to do to get rid of Jann, and it's start the game over. So, over the course of the week, I'm gonna go through this. I know what to do. I will do all the same choices I did now, so I'll have the same stuff. And this might not be the same, but we'll be rid of Jann, alright? Thank you for watching. Goodbye.